The Southern Rock Racing Series post-race show is brought to you by PSC Steering Components.
Yo, checker. You know Southern Rock Racing be placed.
Welcome guys back to the Southern Rock Racing post-race show. I'm Clyde Bynum.
And I'm Denny Downs from Rock Rigs TV.
We had a great time out at King Knob this past weekend. Huge thanks to AJ Rockwell for letting us come out and put on a show. The park is great. The bouncers got to go out and have a good time after the race.
We will be right back with the SRRS post-race show.
Welcome back. There'll be more action soon. At King Knob this weekend, we had a lot of vendors out there. We had Super ATV, NCB Diesel, Go 4 Tires. They were all on site to help the fans, help the drivers. I mean,
whatever they needed.
Whatever
we also
they needed.
had Jeremy York with Southern Rock Racing Barbecue. He was out there feeding us with some great barbecue, taking care of a lot of the volunteers that help us out and a lot of the drivers, feeding us some good barbecue.
you guys had 29 drivers racing the NCB Diesel side-by-side class on Friday.
Yep.
You had a short wood course with a small hill at the start. How'd that go?
We had a bunch of great runs. Everybody, if I remember correctly, finished the course. Robbie Coben took first place with a 40.478, giving him 50 points. Chris Wolf took second place with a 41.254, giving him 46 points. And Pat McGuire with a 42.838, giving him 43 points. In the end, for the point series, Brandon Davis is still in the lead with 92 points. Danny Smith is in second place for the series with 86 points, and AJ Rockwell has moved up to third place with 65 points in the side-by-side class.
Man, them guys were rolling, weren't they?
They were rolling. They actually done it several seconds faster than I expected. I was expecting a fastest time of around 50, but you know, we don't do any pre-run on these courses. Right. It's all new. Even a lot of the bouncer courses, we cut brand new hills and make it happen.
That's the way to do it.
We will be right back with the SRRS post-race show.
There was 30 bouncers racing at King Knob that was presented by National Tire and Wheel.
Yep.
With some help from volunteers, you cut and cleaned 2 new hills. They both had some pretty steep ledges at the end, and
yep. The first hill was more or less the simpler hill as far as the exit, with the hill not being as steep, but it had a couple of good spots with ledges and some tight turns, and it was a driver's course. The ledge had some water and mud at the bottom of it, and it turned out to be a challenge for a lot of these guys.
That's the way you want it.
That's the way you want it. They loved it.
Absolutely. Clyde, tell us about the winners and the overall points.
The winner of this event is a new kid that is coming out of nowhere, and he is doing really great. Ethan Spiegel took the win. He actually took second place on the first hill with a 23.561, earning him 46 points. Took second place on the second hill with a 17.093, earning him another 46 points, giving him 92 points for the day and the win for the day. Adam Ringer, which is a local up there at King Knob, he put together a 24.744 for for the first hill, earning him 41 points. He put together a 17.317 for the second hill, giving him third place on the second hill, giving him a total of 84 points for the day, and second place for the day. Travis Lovett, he's been around since the first year. First hill, he put together a 24.559, earning him 42 points, and an 18.109, earning him 41 points on the second hill with 83 points total, giving him a third place for the day. At the end, we ended up with Ethan Spiegel taking the lead for the series and bumping Tim Cameron down to second place. Ethan's sitting at 173 points.
Good job.
And Tim Cameron is sitting at 166 points in second place. Danny Smith is now sitting at 138 points with third place for the points race. So it's shaping up to be a pretty tight race for 2015 after the two first races.
2015, RCV is doing a best of show for the SRRS series. Clyde, tell us how that works.
Basically, after each race, we put up a poll on the Southern Rock Racing website, southernrockracing.com. People get to go vote for what their favorite ride was, or their favorite race, or their favorite action from the race. Basically, once everybody votes, we shut the polls before the next event, and we put that into first through however many people raced, and they earn points that way. At the end of the year, they'll get $2,500 from RCV, and they're going to get a real nice bragging rights trophy from RCV. If you hadn't seen it, check it out. Also, huge thanks to our RCV recovery crew. They work very hard to help us keep these drivers safe and keep the event flowing. We had several rollovers and crashes at this race just like normal, and these guys, they get in there and they make sure the driver's safe and they get them turned back over and back going, so we can run to the next one.
They do a great job. They really do. We appreciate it, guys.
They work very hard. Also, a lot of the other marketing partners we have this year, Raceline Wheels, they're our wheel of choice. SCS Gearbox, Excel Sports, they've been building some really nice fire suits for the drivers. A few of them already have them, and they look really nice. Extreme LED, they've stepped up this year, and they're helping drivers see where they're going at night. A lot of these guys actually use these rigs to go out and play at night instead of just race all the time. Some of them race only, and some of them race and go play. Some of these guys play the night before the race. They take their chances.
Yeah, they do that for sure.
Rugged radios, we use them for our communications, and it's worked great. And this year, the drivers are starting to figure out that it's real important to have communication. This year, when we went out to California, a lot of drivers picked up some of the helmets with the sound in them, and now they have communication on the side of the hill helping them navigate if they have some trouble. Or before they start, they can talk to the driver. You know, they have a pit crew, and they can talk to the driver and let him know what's coming ahead.
Absolutely. Communication's everything.
It's working good for them. It's kind of fun to get on their channel and listen to them jabbering back and forth and what they're talking about. Rick's powder coat, and he takes care of a lot of chassis for these guys. Obviously, they get the paint and stuff scratched off of them quite a bit.
Yeah.
And another new one this year is Sway Away. It's the shock of choice this year, official shock for Southern Rock Racing. The side-by-side class, we have NCB Diesel is a cup sponsor. Super ATV is our northern presenting sponsor, and ORB Fab, Justin Pierpoint, he goes out and he really tests his products. He was there this weekend and put a pretty good beating on his rig. He took a tumble off a line next to a hill called One Shot up there, so he really works it hard. Obviously, we have a lot of media that's always there. Mad Ram 11 as always. Busted Knuckle and Rock Rigs. You know, you guys take good care of us with these videos.
Yeah, we do the best we can.
And I appreciate it.
Clyde, this is a real extreme sport that we're doing here. What kind of safety do these drivers have to have in place to be able to race?
Ever since the first year, safety's been our major priority. So far, you know, slowly each year we up the safety. We're trying to get this to be as safe as possible. We always have. You know, these guys have to wear full face helmets, DOT helmets with at least some eye protection. They wear a 5-point harness. Obviously, they're in roll cages that are well built to keep debris out as best as possible and take the beatings that these guys take. You know, they're designed to flip multiple times, turn them back over, and keep on going. Sometimes they do get damaged, and these guys go back and repair them and make it happen. We require fire extinguishers. We keep fire extinguishers on the course for us for our recovery guys to get there just in case as well. More safety that we're moving into, and some of these guys are already running it. The Hans device. You know, it's been around for a while, and we're not requiring it yet, but it is coming. They know it, and a lot of them are already doing it on their own. Wrist restraints, window nets, that kind of thing. You know, we're pushing these guys to go ahead and start doing it on their own and making some progress on their own. Another thing that I've already got a prototype for, and we're actually going to have it at the next race so these guys can see it, see how it works, and they're going to be required to get them sooner or later, is remote interface so that we can shut the hill down. So if something happens to them and they're knocked out or whatever, or if the buggy malfunctions and takes off, we can shut it down to keep them safe, keep the spectators safe. You know, spectator safety is very important as well, and it's, you know, it takes a lot of time to figure out where they're safe because these guys have a lot of horsepower and a lot of wheel speed.
That they do.
Safety is very important. So we, you know, we don't allow them to drink. We don't allow them any of that stuff. We make sure that we do the best we can as far as safety, and we always encourage if something that we miss is not seen, we always encourage people to point it out to us. Say, hey, you know, this guy's probably not in the best spot. Let us know.
Yeah.
Spectators love to get up and get where they can get a good view, but a lot of times they don't understand how quick these guys can get out of hand and get out of control.
Yeah, it don't take but a second. They'll be upside down, or you have
right.
no idea.
Well, that wraps up our Southern Rock Racing post-race show for King Knob. We'll see you at Bikini Bottom.
The Southern Rock Racing Series post-race show has been brought to you by PSC Steering Components.
Yo, check, you know Southern Rock Racing be placing cause they got the world that they be chasing, but you know.
Rock Rigs is a copyrighted production.